99% of people don't beat procrastination because of this. In today's session, I'm going to take you through the hidden reason why people procrastinate and a 3-step emotional unlock process to crush your procrastination, so you can get more done easily without resistance, and it's way more effective than any other time management tool out there. This is backed by Stanford research, which also reveals why just do it just doesn't work anymore and actually makes your whole procrastination a lot worse. Now, just a heads up, if you want all of the scripts and the manuals to go alongside of this, all you need to do is click the link below and you can join my expert coach certification program completely for free. And I'll give you examples and clients that have used this exact process so that you can copy it too. 99% of people don't beat procrastination because they're fighting the wrong battle. Think about it, the deadline that you're avoiding, the goal you keep putting off, that change you just can't seem to make. Most blame themselves for being lazy, but neuroscience reveals something much deeper. Dr. Fuchsia Siroris discovered something incredible. Procrastination isn't about time management. It's not about motivation, and it's definitely not about you being lazy. Your brain is actually protecting you. So here's what changes everything. The brain scans showed when you procrastinate, your amygdala, your fear center, goes into override, not because you're weak, but because you're trying to escape emotion. Think about it, every time you make a to-do list, you try another productivity app, you force yourself just to do it, or use a Pomodorian technique or a time blocking technique, you're treating the symptom, not the cause. Here's why traditional time methods fail. The Pomodorian technique, for example, is like putting a band-aid on a broken arm. 25-minute timers can't solve emotional blocks because time is not the problem. Your feelings are the problem. This research showed people who used this emotional approach were 3 times more likely to break free from procrastination than those using traditional planning methods. Here's the life-changing truth. Your procrastination isn't your enemy. It's your emotional messenger teaching you what you need to heal, what you need to face, and what you need to grow through. The moment you decode the signal is the moment you can finally move forward without force, work without resistance, achieve without anxiety. Your productivity isn't waiting on better time management. It's waiting on better emotional understanding. So here's why this method works better. It treats the root cause, not the symptoms. It works with your brain, not against your brain. It builds emotional intelligence. It creates lasting change, and it gets stronger with time. Here's a 3-step emotional unlock so you can get more done without resistance. So you know that feeling when you keep putting something off, when you'd rather do anything than the thing that you're meant to do. Now that's procrastination, and you're not being lazy because there is an emotion underneath that making you avoid the task. So how do we fix it? Step 1, the decode. What I like to call the detective work. Think of yourself as an emotional detective. When you notice you're avoiding something, stop and ask, what am I actually feeling here? Is it a feeling of messing up, which is a fear of failure? Are you worried about what happens if you succeed, which is a fear of success? Maybe you're nervous about what others might think, which is a fear of judgment. It's kind of like when you have a stomach ache. You need to figure out what's actually causing that pain before you can make anything better. So your procrastination is kind of like a flashing light on your car's dashboard. It's trying to tell you that something is important. Step number 2, the release. Let it go time. Once you've found that feeling, it's now time to let it go. Say it out loud, like I'm feeling scared about this, and name what you're scared about. Write it down without judging yourself. Feelings aren't good or bad, they are just what they are, and give yourself permission to feel it for 90 seconds as a minimum, because it's proven that emotions only last for 90 seconds. So within 90 seconds, it will feel less. Think of shaking up a can of Coke or fizzy drink or whatever. If you keep the cap on, it will explode. But if you slowly let the bubbles, let the fizz out, everything calms down, right? And that's exactly the same with your emotions. The last step, step number 3, redirect, what I call the superhero switch. Now you've released it, you've let the pressure out, it's time to take action, become a superhero. Think about your future self, like how good would it be if you actually completed the entire project or task? Think about how good you're going to feel when that's done. Then take the smallest step forward. So small that it almost seems silly, but it's the quickest way to build your confidence. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to get moving. It's just like climbing a mountain. You don't just jump straight to the top. You take one small step at a time. And why this works so well is your mind is like a little puppy. It needs to feel safe and secure to move further forward. When you understand and accept the feelings that you're going through, they lose the power, and when you take tiny steps further forward, you create massive momentum that's easily sustainable. Remember, procrastination isn't your fault, it's just emotions trying to protect you. Every time you face a feeling, instead of running from it, you get stronger. Small steps forward are way better than trying to be perfect. Perfect never happens. Even the most successful people in the world suffer from procrastination. You're not alone. Remember, if you want detailed examples of how to work through these exercises and a lot more detail of what to do, you can click the link and you can get a complete manual with examples and specifics of how you can use that in your life. You'll also get access to my certification program so you can become a transformational coach. We used to charge $5,000, however, we're giving it completely for free, and join over 20,000 other coaches who are leveling up their skills so that they can make a massive impact in the world. Understand how to maximize your skill so that you can make a massive difference. I look forward to seeing you soon.